Okay. All right. So everybody, welcome. My name is Michelle Withers, and I am so excited to talk to y'all. We are going to talk a lot about how to sell more than just that go-to product that almost every company has. Yours happens to be that awesome 3D fiber lash mascara, okay? And I love it, and I think it's awesome. But I want to make sure that you're selling all your cool products because you don't have a product that sucks. You have lots of good ones, right? I can show you my makeup case right here. It has all sorts of cool, unique stuff in it. Okay, so that's my goal, is to help you make sure when you're talking to people about your go-to product, it doesn't matter if you're talking to them on Facebook, it doesn't matter if you're talking to them at a booth or you're talking to them at a party, that you're selling lots of different stuff. Okay, so that's my goal, to help you. Some of you have either seen me speak or work with me before, know how much I love questions. Everybody know I love questions. Anybody surprised that we're going to talk about questions today? Not a big shocker? Probably not, right, Miss Andrea? I like questions. So let me tell you a little bit about my thoughts on this and why I think this is so important. So there are pros to having a signature item, which y'all have. You have a signature item, right? Your 3D lashes. First of all, it kind of brands the company. Oh, you're that company that has XYZ, right? It Works has the wraps. You guys have this. Advocare has Spark. They kind of have this go-to item, right, that a lot of people know about. So it helps to brand you and helps to kind of separate you out, makes you a little different, okay? Makes you so unique, and it also gets people's attention, right? So especially before there were 200,000 consultants, and now there's got to be a heap load more than that because a bunch of you did recruiting in the month of July. Before that happened, you could put on a picture, right? Half your face with eyelashes, half without, and you could sell mascara like a crazy woman. Now there's a few people talking about it, right? So you've got to be a little smarter than that, and you've got to be thinking outside the box, more so than just going for that. Would you all agree? Okay. There was this whole phenomenon with you could just post this picture on Facebook of before and afters, and you were selling it like hotcakes, right? And you could sell a lot of mascara and make money. Now there's lots of people selling it, and now people have the mascara, and now what do? Would you agree? Okay, that's a little bit of a transition that Younique Presenters are trying to figure out. Would y'all agree with that? Am I like way off? Am I way off, Dodie? Oh my gosh, I gotta at least hear your voice, girlfriend. Okay, so yes. There's a few cons to having a signature product if you handle it in this way. First of all, the very first problem is not everybody wears mascara. Would you agree? Mm-hmm. People wear makeup, but not everybody wears makeup. But if you take all the people who wear makeup, not every single one of them wear mascara. I have this bestest girlfriend. She has this gorgeous, dark, naturally dark hair. And she just never grew up wearing a lot of makeup. And she just doesn't put on mascara. She doesn't really need it. I mean, she doesn't have as long as eyelashes as you would with 3D mascara. But she still has nice eyes. Okay? She doesn't necessarily need it. Or that person that says, oh, this makes it too long. Now it's hitting my glasses. Or, you know what, I know that it's natural and it's better for you than a lot of other mascaras, but still there's going to be some who still can't wear it for whatever weird reason, right? So you have this percentage. So you could be missing out on 20 to 30% of your potential customers if you're always leading with that mascara. Does that make sense? Okay. Here, I'll unmute you, Dodie. Let me see here. Try talking. If you're talking, I don't hear you, sweetie. Okay, so having that, taking your go-to product and always having that the first thing that you present could be losing you people. Okay, so I want you to think about how many of you do booths or expos to promote your product? Do some of you do booths or expos? Yeah?
I want to do some, but I just haven't found any local ones.
Okay. Now, I want you to think about this. When people walk up to your booth, and if you instantly start talking about the mascara versus maybe you throw a question out like, hey, what's the item in your makeup bag you replace most often? And they tell you, and then you start talking about that item. How different a conversation could you have, and how much more likely are you to sell something? Same thing on Facebook. Now, one thing, you all are getting a little bit better about posting pictures other than only mascara, okay? You're getting better with the makeup techniques, with the eyeshadow, the contouring, but still, I probably see 80% of pictures focused on the eyes, on the mascara, okay? Every now and then I see, today I saw a video on the fact that the eyeliner and lip liner is waterproof. I don't see a whole lot about the lip stain except for the colors. Okay, every now and then in a great while I see that someone talks about that it's been on. I know my dear friend Lindsay Roush, she had a great, she went to the dentist and everything. She kept taking a picture after everything she did all day. But look, it's still on, still on, still on. She had things that involved her mouth, you know, like the dentist. It was funny. But still, a lot of you are talking about mascara, okay? So let's make sure we're selling lots of different things. You are missing out on sales if you don't learn how to branch out from this. End of story. You just are, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about why I'm going to teach you what I'm going to teach you. So I sold my very first product with scrapbook supplies. Anybody been a scrapper here in the Midwest? We're scrappers out there, okay? I lived in North Dakota, and I did scrapbooking. I had 2 little tiny babies, and that's what I did. And I wanted to go up in the company fast, and I did. But I sold lots of product. I earned a trip. I earned a title. And then I got working with a trainer, and she taught me how to do what's called needs-based selling. We find a need, and then we fill the need, and they're more likely to buy it than if we do that kind of impulse thing. We're like, look, isn't it fun? And you use it for 16 different things, and it's, oh my gosh, I love it. You're going to love it. No, you're going to want to get it, okay? That's more your impulse versus, hey, you know what? Tell me, what are the top 3 memories you have that aren't in a scrapbook yet? If you were, you know, if you could only preserve 3 memories, what would those 3 memories be? And I showed them the paper and the products and the books they needed. Guess what they did? They bought it. They took it home. They used it. How many of you have mascara buyers who don't use their mascara, right? True, right? Y'all have them. They used their product, which meant they bought more. And they loved me and loved the product enough that they referred me to other people. And the next time we had a trip incentive, it was like a year long. I did it in half the time allotted. Imagine having 12 months and doing it in 6 months and knowing I got it, it's done, I got the trip, okay? And that's what happened to my sales. I was good at sales already because I was brave enough to talk to people, but then I started talking to people in a way that, like, my clients would go, you are so not pushy. You're so nice. And we're getting exactly what we need. And they were buying double what they were buying. I was like, okay, did you think I was pushy before? Because that's embarrassing. But it was really cool to see the shift in how much more I was selling. All right, does that make sense? So I'm going to give you some questions to do the same thing with your makeup. Now, what you're going to do, I know a lot of you are talking about the brand new 3D Plus, and it's awesome, and I love it, and I am so excited it only takes 1 coat because I wouldn't put on the other one half the time because it was going to take so long to put on. Okay, I'll be totally honest with you. So I am excited. I'm absolutely thrilled it's only 1 coat now to get really good results. But as you're out there talking about it and you're getting orders and you were getting pre-orders and all those things, for heaven's sakes, there's no reason. If you're talking to somebody anyway, and when I say talking, I say that loosely, whether you're actually on the phone or you're texting or you're messaging, I'm just talking about any sort of communication with somebody. If you got them excited about the new 3D mascara, for heaven's sakes, you might as well ask them a couple more questions and see if there's anything else they need. And that's the thing that I was seeing over these first 2 weeks in July is people were so excited about it. I got on and watched them announce it and everything. And y'all got talking about the mascara, but that's all you were talking about. And I have some clients that talked about the mascara, and actually those sales are down because that's almost all they've sold is mascara versus selling your whole line. Does that make sense? So we want to make sure that when you're talking about that product, then we go, hey, can I ask you a couple other quick questions? So that's all you have to do. I'm going to teach you some other questions after you get them excited. They say yes, or oh no, I just bought a brand new tube, I don't need any. Or yes, I cannot wait to use it. You only have to put on one coat and you order it, whichever the answer is. Hey, can I ask you a couple of more quick questions? Can you all do that? Everybody say that with me. Can I ask you a couple more quick questions? Let's hear it, girls. Can I ask
you a couple more quick
questions? Is that painless?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that scary?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's scary? Who's scared?
Yeah.
Who said they were scared? Who's me?
Angela.
Angela. Okay, why is that scary? Pushy. Bring it on.
I don't know, I just want to sound pushy. I feel like sometimes when I get the mascara style, they're all interested. I don't want to like push it and then do like turn them off completely and be like, you know what? I don't know.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad you said that. Let me throw a couple ideas at you. Let's see if we can change your thinking, okay? Because your beliefs is what's going to happen. If you believe they're going to see you as pushy, if they believe that they're going to be, if you believe they're going to be annoyed, they are. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if instead, because you ask them about what they use for concealer and contouring, if you ask them what they happen to wear on their lips and they tell you lip liner, lip gloss, and lipstick, what if you ask them about what they wear on their eyes and they said, oh man, I just ran out of my eyeliner. And instead, you're seen as this person who took really good care of them. And now because they have 4 of your items, they're much more likely to call you to reorder than if they only have mascara, just pick it up at Target and like bypass calling you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you believe is incredibly important, my friend Angela, and what you let fall out of your mouth and let pop into your brain, that's really important. Okay. You've got to switch it to you take way better care of them than the person that checks them out at Target. True?
Right.
Okay.
True.
So even if you ask them some questions and they say no to all of them, you showed interest in them. Now, let me tell you what's annoying is you go, oh, you got mascara. Guess what? We also got pigments and we got foundation and we got this and we got that. Then you're pushy. That's annoying.
Okay.
But I'm going to teach you how to ask them questions where they feel like you made it all about them and that you're just trying to help them get anything that they possibly need and you're taking better care of them than the gal at the mall, the gal at Target, whoever it might be.
Right.
Okay?
Perfect.
So by the end of this class, you're going to think, if I don't ask those questions, I really didn't do a good job for them versus it was pushy.
Okay.
You with me?
I am.
Okay.
Can't wait.
The way that you think is what will happen. Do you understand that? If you think you're going to feel like you're pushy, because then you'll say, well, can I ask a couple more questions? That makes them think, oh no, you might come off like a salesman. Hey, can I ask you a couple more quick questions?
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel the difference?
Yeah.
See? This is really important. You have to think, I'm going to take better care of them. You have to think that. You have to say that over and over. Put it on a Post-it note, girl, right? Who's a Post-it note lover? Right? We put things on Post-it notes. When you need to make a mind shift, put it on a Post-it note all over and over and put all over your house. I take better care of people. That's why I ask questions. Dodie loves notes. Okay? This is really important.
So, Michelle, one thing that I did, if you girls follow Sherry Brown, she talks about starting kind of at the bottom level and working your way up and asking about the end of the day. What do they use to wash their face at night? What do they take their makeup off with? And then they're going to tell you what makeup they wear. That was kind of a really cool, super tricky trick that I picked up on is, you know, what do you take your makeup off with? And they'll tell you what they do or don't wear.
Uh-huh. Yep. Cool. Cool. That's a fun way to do it. Okay. So, all right. Who else is scared?
Sure.
Okay, Mary, why are you scared?
Well, it's basically the same thing. I don't want to, but that really helped to think about it in a different way.
Okay. And really, let me tell you a little secret. until you've done it yourself and realize that they kind of appreciate you listening to them and helping them, you're just going to have to take my word and go, I hope that crazy Michelle's right. And that's okay. You can say that crazy Michelle and you can think, oh, this probably isn't going to work. Okay, you can even think that if you want. What I need you to do is go, I'm going to try it anyway. Okay?
Yeah, that's been the whole step for me, this whole business. Just try it anyway. Just do it, because I've definitely got out of my box. I've always been scared of talking to people, but I think I'm getting better at it, so I'm still learning.
Awesome. Good job. Okay. So after you've done it a couple times and they didn't act like you were pushy and they ordered more product and they're more excited and you're more excited, then it won't be scary anymore. But that's the thing.
Okay.
You aren't going to just believe me, and I know that. And that doesn't hurt my feelings. Okay? I know you have to get your own experience with it to go, oh my gosh, she was right. And you'll send me a post on Facebook and you'll tell me something really cool. Okay? But I understand right now that you're like, okay, you don't have to totally believe me and act like you do.
No, I believe you. I just need to do it.
I just need you to be willing to try it. Right? Okay, so no matter where you're at, if you're not quite as brave as Mary, or believe me, that's okay. All right? I know Dodie believes me. Dodie believes everything. Or no, maybe not everything. Anyway, okay. All right. So what we have to find are their needs and their wants and what they're interested in. Okay, this is really important. Now, one of the things I see people say is, I just don't know the right thing to say. I don't ever want to hear you say that again. I want you to say, I got to figure out the right thing to ask. Okay, you should be talking less. They should be talking more. And you should always only be telling them about the products that you found needs for. Okay? Dodie's seen miracles this week. You want some of her miracles, okay? So it's so important that you start thinking, what's the question I need to ask? What's the question I need to ask? What's the question I need to ask? Okay? No more, how do I say this to get them convinced that they should want it too? That's basically what you're saying when you say, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to say. That's where you're coming from. Okay? So I'm going to teach you some different ways and different things that we're going to ask. All right? We want to know what they like. We want to know what they use. We want to know what they don't like. We want to know what they need education on. And we need to know what they'd like to have on hand or what they're needing. Okay? So I'll say it again. What they like, what they use, what they don't like, what they need more education on, and what they'd like to have. Okay? Those are some things we're going to start forming some questions around. And it's so important. We're going to start creating open-ended questions. It's really easy. We didn't check in on Facebook. Oh, so Dodie knows my game. So everybody go to Facebook and say you're hanging with me. Okay? If we're not Facebook friends, go add me as a friend. It's Michelle Hess Withers. And tag me, and then we do a fun little drawing. Okay? Because other people need to know that, like, they can ask good questions and not be pushy salespeople. All right. So thank you, Dodie, for reminding me. She needs to become my secretary for every time I hold a class. Okay. So we need to find out all about what they currently use, what they want to know more about with regards to makeup, what they love that they're using now, what they like about their own face, what they want to accentuate, and we're going to help you with some questions on that. Okay? Does that sound fun? When was the last time you did a little makeover on somebody and they were so excited and you just felt like you just did the coolest thing for that person? How did that feel?
I did somebody's work profile picture.
Uh-huh. And how did that feel, Ashley?
It was awesome. It was really great. It was fun.
Right? Okay. So you guys have this really fun job, right? Doing makeovers on people and making them feel a little more attractive. Is there hardly a woman out there who doesn't want and need that? right? It's a really cool feeling. Now, I know you're selling a lot on Facebook and you don't get to touch every face that you're selling to, but they're still going to get it out and play with it and have longer lashes and have fun and love it, right? Okay. Hi, I had somebody else join us. Hi, 903. Who's that?
Amy.
Hi, Jamie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Are you here for the Younique call?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're talking about questions. Just keep hanging in there with us, okay, my friend?
Okay, thanks.
And then who is on 901? It's in Washington. Hello. Who's 901? All right. Okay. So let's keep going with these questions. So a couple things that we want to do are ask, I love to just say the statement, hey, tell me a little bit more about, okay? So tell me a little bit about what foundation and concealer you use. If you're talking about contouring, right, not everybody knows how to contour. Would you agree? That's kind of a foreign term to some people. So you might want to use a little more generic terms like concealer and foundation. Hey, what do you currently use? How often do you use it? What about knowing things like why they use concealer? Okay, like it's really funny. My daughter, who's only 17, who's only 13, she always thinks she has dark bags under her eyes. She's always putting concealer under her eyes. Whereas I'm in my 40s and I have little sunspots and I'm putting concealer on the sunspots and my little, because I'm naughty. I don't like to wear sunscreen, okay? I like to tan. It's bad. It's naughty. But, okay, so we all have a different thing that we're using products for. Would you agree? Okay, so knowing more about what they're using. And the other thing I can tell you, this is a huge mistake in sales when you're really passionate about a product, is that you assume other people will want to use that product the same way or for the same reasons you do. And when you do that, you lose people. Does that make sense? Okay. So if instead you can ask, hey, tell me a little bit about why you choose to wear concealer. How do you wear it? How do you apply it? Where do you use it? How often do you wear it? Can you see how that creates a conversation where then you can talk all about them instead of why you use a particular product? Because most of us in sales, well, I try not to, but most people in sales, what they do is they talk about all these different cool things that you can do with the product. And then they watch for that moment where that person goes, oh, I need that too. They think if we keep talking and talking and talking, they'll finally see the light bulb in their eyes and finally see that, oh, I need that too. And they'll buy it. On Facebook, you can't even see their face. So you're typing and typing and typing and hoping they finally go, oh, here's the thing that I need. You can't even see their body language. So it's so important. Think about on Facebook, if you're asking questions and they're giving you responses, then you can tailor your response around what they say. You have much higher success rate. Can you feel that? Do you feel the difference? Does that make sense? Okay. It's really cool. It's really cool when you learn how to do this.
Okay. I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm doing a game tomorrow night in my party. I've not done a live like what we're doing in my parties. So I want to try it. I really like it a lot. And the game is more like a scavenger hunt in your house, and then you come back and show. Usually it's like a picture. You take a picture and show what you collected, and if you got there first for the game. Would it work on? Do you think it'd work?
Yeah.
This style?
So, like, do you want to do like a picture of like a makeup brush they have and a picture of like their most used lipstick? Or am I giving you ideas that are helpful? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you see how those would reveal needs if you ask those kind of pictures? Does that make sense? Oop, you froze. Hang on, you'll be back. Come back, Ashley. There we go. You were froze for a second, and I was probably froze for you.
So it'd be like, go grab something that you use most in your makeup bag and bring it back and show us?
Or what did you most recently replace? Or how many different eyeshadow colors? You know, a picture, and whoever has the most eyeshadow colors, that's going to tell you someone who's really obsessed with eyeshadow.
Oh.
Like you're trying to find out about them. Does that make sense?
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But who has a color besides black or brown and eyeliner in their makeup bag? Who has a white one and knows how to use it? You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Thank you.
You're gonna have one that has white, but nobody else does. And you're gonna show them how to use it, and everybody else can go buy one.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Are you okay? Are you feeling it? So like, yeah, email me some ideas and I can tweak them for you. You just gotta think, will this reveal a need when I ask them to show me this? Please don't go ask them to take a picture of their milk date or something stupid that will have nothing to do with, I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, people ask questions just to get conversations going and it doesn't reveal any needs. That doesn't help you. Except, I mean, it is fun to have 1 out of 10, just something, you know, what did you have for dinner? Just because it promotes conversation and shows you care about them and not just about their makeup. But you still need, does that make sense? Like, you need to find their needs. You need to find their wants. You need to find what they're into. Okay? And really, when it comes down to it, there's nothing in direct sales that's a need. Makeup, jewelry, clothes, they're wants, but we have to find, like, what's their biggest want. We call it a need, but it's not. Makeup, if you didn't have makeup, you'd still survive, right? There's people in third world countries that don't have makeup and they survive. But if someone's professional, you know, their needs when it comes to certain lifestyles, all sorts of things. Or it makes them feel better about themselves. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Seeing their makeup brushes, that's a big one because a lot of people don't use them or don't know how to use them or don't have them at all. Okay? What else? Yeah, that could be really fun. Now my head's going. Okay, so let's see here. I forgot where he's at, but it's totally okay. Give me 2 seconds, look at my notes. Oh, okay. So tell me how often you use or how you use, okay? Tell me how often you apply lipstick every day. When someone says 3 times, does that not tell you a lot about that person and what you have to offer them? Okay? If I said, okay, I love lipstick. I don't necessarily wear it every day, but I have great lips. I really love to wear lipstick. If I said, you know, oh, I have 6 different colors of lipstick. I love lipstick. What would you tell me about? Actually, okay, before you do that, okay, this is really important. For those of you that were with me in Portland, I kind of missed a step for you. We actually need to do another class. Some of you were there, and it was so fun. We got everybody to post a question on Facebook. You know, what 3 things in your makeup bag have you replaced most recently? What can you leave the house without wearing? How often do you wear mascara? How often do you reapply your lipstick? Like, everybody asked different questions. Some people did sales that day. It was awesome. Everybody tagged me, and I could see what they did, but there's a little mistake, or there's a little extra information that's helpful. When they say an answer, you need to keep asking questions and create a conversation instead of go right in for the kill and go, oh, you reapply your lipstick a lot? Let me tell you about lip stain. First of all, we need to ask permission. Hey, could I tell you about something that other people have used that apply their lipstick a lot? Okay, ask permission to talk about the product. So my friend Angela, who said this is really scary, that helps a lot for you to not appear pushy. When you say, hey, could I share a couple little ideas with you? Or can I tell you about a product that other people have used that they've liked? Okay, ask permission. But even before that, if I say I apply it 3 times a day, go, oh my gosh, how fun, you love lipstick like I do. Hey, I'm wondering, how many different colors do you have in your bag? Do you switch it up or do you wear the same color every day? Do you wear lip gloss with that or lip liner? What else do you apply? What kind of lip things do you like? Do you like the matty kind of sticky ones? Or do you like something that's really light? What would it mean to you if you have something that you didn't have to reapply 3 times a day and it stayed on all day long? In a scale of 1 to 10, how interested would you be in that? Okay, so you say some sort of comment on Facebook after they say something, just so it shows you interacted with them. Then you start private messaging and ask several other questions about the thing that they mentioned. 90% of you just went in for the kill and said, hey, have you heard about this product? And at least the questions sparked some conversations, but the conversations were relatively short. You needed a little more back and forth to build that relationship and get them more interested in the product you could offer them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, can you feel how that's the next step to improve on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Jody, can you feel that if you can message? Can you feel how different that is? Okay, so that's your next step, is to private message, and you got this back and forth conversation. Now, it takes practice. You'll be like, oh my gosh, what's a question Michelle would ask? I don't know what else to ask. And it takes some practice, okay? But I promise you'll get better and better and better at it. Keep doing it, okay? So how about eye makeup? If you've got them excited about eyelashes, how easy is it to just ask, hey, I'm wondering, what else do you wear on your eyes as frequently as you do mascara? What else do you apply? Some people love eyeshadow. Some people never wear eyeliner. Some people wear eyeliner all the time. So they tell you. Have you ever thought about the question, hey, I'm wondering, what time of day do you look in the mirror and go, oh man, I've kind of rubbed off or lost my makeup today? Okay, and if they're like, man, 3 in the afternoon, or I don't know, I don't really care. The 3 in the afternoon person, what are you going to tell them about? Waterproof eyeliner, right? Okay, well, what colors do you wear? Do you apply it on top and bottom? How are you wearing it now? What kind do you have? Okay, all right, so create that conversation so that then when you're applying it, or when you tell them about it, you have lots of, these are all the reasons you might like it. If there's 5 reasons for them to like it, do you think they're going to buy it? Okay, versus if all you know is they wear more eye makeup than just mascara, and you go, oh, you might wear eyeliner. Versus you find out why they wear eyeliner, how often, top or bottom, if it wears off, okay? Then you've got this solid case. Of course they're gonna buy now. Okay, so that's what you gotta think. I gotta create this solid case. All right, tell me, so here's another one. Tell me more, well, okay, let me preface it with this. One of the things that's really important to understand is that people like it when you're positive. They really, really like it when you're positive, and when you're, they don't like you assuming they have problems. So there's this funny thing. We want to reveal needs, but nobody wants to, well, so what about your makeup do you hate? You can't really say that, right? That doesn't come off really well, even though that's what we really want to know. But we can say, hey, tell me a little bit about what are your favorite facial features? Okay, how many women love every facial feature they have? Do you know any?
None.
They're dropped in bonus and they wouldn't change anything? Of course not, right? Okay, so we ask them, what facial feature do they like? And guess what? They might tell you one they like. Some will say, I don't like any. And then another person will say, oh man, I like my eyes, but gosh, I hate my long forehead, and I hate this funny dimple, and I hate the shape of my nose, right? They'll go on and on and on. And you asked a positive question. You didn't ask them what was wrong. So there's this funny slippery slope that happens when you ask them something positive, especially about how they look. There's some other topics this type of question is harder for. The makeup and face one's real easy, because they're real likely to go off and tell you, hey, tell me what you like about your skin. The color, the texture, the, consistency and the color. Oh boy, they're going to tell you about everything they hate, right? Okay, so you get to look really positive even though they're venting, and you find out all the stuff you need so that you can recommend some awesome items. Okay, So you can ask, what is your favorite makeup look? You know, your style, the way you apply it. What are your favorite colors to wear? All these things tell you about them. What is your favorite facial feature? Which one would you like to accentuate more? What is your favorite? Now, if they don't go off on the little complaining slope, which most people will, but every now and then someone won't, you minimize your assumption there's anything wrong. You say, if there was just one thing you could learn a makeup tip on, or one thing about your makeup routine you could change, or one thing about your makeup that you would like to feel more confident in, what would that one thing be? And when you make it like small, then it doesn't make you sound as negative. Does that make sense? Okay. What's that one thing? All right. Now, the other one that a lot of you need to ask is, hey, what's your current routine for taking care of your skin? I'm not a big fan of asking what other products, meaning getting into brands, and because that can create kind of this bashing and this defensiveness. But what is your current routine for taking care of your skin? Because you also have skincare and you also have your makeup removers, okay? And so then you can find out what they're doing now, what they like about it, how's that working for them. You know, is there anything that it doesn't do for you, or what do you like about it? Then you have these whole other products that you can add on. So Angela, tell me, are you feeling with these kind of questions like you could have a really good conversation instead of coming off like a salesperson?
Yes, definitely.
Which is your favorite question, darling?
Gosh, I don't know if I could pin it down. I like them all. I'm really good at like conversing with people about anything that I'm not selling.
Okay.
So I like just leading into, you know, like, what are your favorite facial features and why? I really like that. That could lead me into a lot more conversation about, you know, our products and what would, I love helping people. I'm a hairdresser, so I love making people feel better about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really like those questions, because that could take me into a lot of different directions, and I could just go from there, as opposed to, we have this and we have this and we have that, because I love all our products and I get overexcited about them. People are like, oh, okay, thanks.
Right.
So, you know, these are really helpful.
So I'm so glad you mentioned that. What's really, really, really important for you to understand, my friends, is that when you are super excited about your makeup, your heart is in the right place and you're just wanting other people to have long lashes and have fun with their makeup. The problem is, okay, the person on the other end, even though they've probably been in sales and they've probably done the same thing to other people, for some reason they see you as a salesperson. They don't see you as excited, and you just want to share. Okay, like, this is a huge pet peeve of mine in this industry. That if your attitude and you say to yourself, I'm sharing, well, then you can go sell vomit on them and it's okay. Okay, that's not sharing. Sharing is when you know somebody wants something, and the way you find out if they want it is to ask questions. Then you share. Sharing isn't forcing things on people. Okay. And I hate that this industry, there was this like little era where we all went, it's just share. If you're sharing, you're doing a disservice if you don't tell them all about it because you're sharing. No, you first find out if you need to share, okay? But I promise you, you will double and triple your sales by listening more. It's really cool, okay? And so you need to be as excited as that person is. If they seem kind of quiet and kind of pulled back and a little, you know, they're talking kind of slow, you talk at the rate they're talking. Okay, that's a little hint for you. Do not talk faster and more high-pitched than they are. Talk the way they're talking. There's this thing where you mimic, like, even if you're sitting face-to-face with somebody, you'd put your hand in the same place. If they're leaning forward, you lean forward. If they're put this hand up, you put that hand up. And you mimic them, and it makes them feel more comfortable. Just a funny body language thing, okay? But you need to talk as fast or as much as they are and not more. If somebody is making really short answers on Facebook, do not write 3 paragraphs, okay? And it's really important when they ask about your product that you do not send websites and prices. You go, let me ask you a little bit more about what intrigued you and exactly what you're looking for, because we have so many cool things, and I don't just want to dump a whole bunch of information on you. I want to make sure I give you the information you want. Can I ask you a couple quick questions? That's going to be your favorite line ever, because it's going to slow the conversation down. It puts you in control, but they feel in control because they're talking about themselves. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Feeling a little less pushy. Mary, is it getting any less scary?
For me, it's just, all of it is just completely out of my comfort zone. So it's one of those things that I really need to practice on. And I'm not a very good person at having conversations at all. So the fact that I can do a lot of this on Facebook, it's really awesome for me, because I feel like I'm better with just that, like, writing instead of talking. So I definitely need practice on that one.
Well, and that I will tell you, whether you're texting or private messaging, there is something cool about the time lapse where you can like reread it and go, oh no.
Yeah.
Delete, and then you rewrite. So it does give you a place to practice, because they're okay with a little bit of lag time. They're expecting a little, takes a couple seconds to type. But if you can do this face to face, you can do booths, you can do more home parties, like you have more options for selling your product. But it's okay to get comfortable at one spot at a time. Okay.
Yeah, that's very comforting.
Yeah. So let me give you a couple tips with regards to messaging.
Okay.
How many of you have been having a conversation with someone and it just like they disappear? They quit replying, and you're like, okay, I don't know if they were annoyed. I don't know if they're not interested. I don't know if their kid fell and broke a arm. Like, you kind of like stalk them to see if something just happened, if they, say something about something going on in their life, and it just dies. I want you to go back and look at the very last message that you sent. I will bet money there's a period on the end instead of a question mark. I will bet my children's lives on it. Okay? Y'all make these statements and then expect them to go, oh, please order me 3 of that, when you didn't ask if they wanted to order. Okay?
What would be your opening line for somebody that you see on Facebook that you're like, oh my gosh, I think she'd love this, but you're not friends yet?
Oh, you're not friends yet?
Yeah, like a new person on Facebook where you just see them and then you want to be their friend, but you haven't had any relationship yet.
You mean you're not friends, meaning you're not associates and haven't ever talked, or you're not literally Facebook connected?
Both.
How did you see them if you weren't Facebook friends?
Like if you see a friend of a friend on Facebook.
Okay, most people, if you're a friend of friend that they know pretty well, if you add them, they'll usually add you, it seems like. Especially if there are at least like 3 connections. Like, I have weird people adding me, and there'll only be one person that's connected, and they'll be like, you're from another country and there's something wrong here. You look normal, and they can tell your friends. Okay, so first of all, just add them as a friend and see what happens. Okay, and then you don't talk about makeup. You go, oh my gosh, you have the cutest kids ever. How old are they? Like, you talk about general stuff first. If you want to learn more about how to start conversations and connections with people you don't know, seriously, and I'm dead serious. This sounds kind of sarcastic, but I swear to you, it's not. Read How to Win Friends and Influence People 20 times in a row. And you listen or read. I'm a listener, okay? Over and over and over again. Seriously, ladies, quit sending these messages on Facebook. Hey, oh my gosh, this is so crazy, but I thought you would love this, and I think you should come do this, and you haven't talked to him for 5 years.
What was it called again? How to Win Friends and
Influence People. It's like literally 100 years old, okay? But you've got to learn to talk about what's important to them. If you talk about the trip they just went on, if you talk about how cute their kids are, if you talk about how their job's going, go stalk them. Find something to ask them about their personal lives. Okay. Now, what's really cool about this, like if they're a professional and you go, oh my gosh, did you get dressed up every day? Like, you might find a need you didn't know to go looking for. Oh yeah, I just had a baby. Oh my gosh, I wish so bad I didn't have to go back to work. What'd you just find out? Right? Okay. Please go talk to them about their lives, not about makeup. All right. See where the conversation goes. See what they're into. When she asks you, what are you into? You go, oh, I'm doing this fun makeup thing. Then you ask her another question. You keep it about her for a while. Do not go off and send them a website because they asked you what you do. Keep it general. Okay. But when you build a relationship, and then you put on some fun thing about makeup 3 days later and they like it and you go, oh, do you wear makeup often? And then you create a conversation. Does that make sense? Okay. Mm-hmm. Quit sending those awful, huge messages with, go watch my video and then contact me after and tell me what you think about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do you seriously, what are you doing? Okay.
It definitely works, girls. I'll tell you, since I've been working with Michelle and I've learned all this, I have doubled my sales each month. It's just been crazy. And they will thank you. That's the biggest thing. Thank you for taking your time to talk to me. And it's amazing what she is saying to do. It's a game changer.
I'm telling you, okay, the way that other people do it does work to a certain extent, but it's because they do it so many times that they get a few people that say yes. Okay, that's why it works, is because they do it a whole bunch of times. 90% of you try it 3 times, get 3 no's, and go, that sucked, I'm not doing that again. But you don't know what to do next. And then your upline, you could have an upline who doesn't give you the same advice and goes, just send out this message. And you go, I did, and it didn't work. But because you tried it 3 times, they did it 25 times and got 3 people. Does that make sense? Okay. The thing I do, when you talk to 5 people, you'll close 1 or 2 deals. Everybody else's way, it's 1 out of 10 if you're lucky. Who would like to talk to less people and make more sales? Anybody up for that? Okay, that's how this works. I promise you. Okay, seriously. Quit vomiting, hoping that they're interested because you said enough words. They read maybe half of the first paragraph and checked out and didn't respond to you anyway. Okay, it's so important that you focus on their lives and that you ask good questions, and then they're just going to love you. Like you said, Dodie, then they thank you for listening. Okay, it's really, really cool. You feel really authentic. My ultimate goal is to change the image of direct sales, that you're seen as the nicest, most caring, helpful, customer service oriented people out there, and that they would rather do business with you than a mall or wherever else you can get the current product that they're buying. Dodie, go for it.
Here's another thing, gals. This is a true story that just happened with me. I have been getting to know this gal on Facebook. It didn't dawn on me that she has a lot of friends that sell Younique. Well, so I've been talking to her and taking the time to ask her questions and listening to what she's typing out. She finally ordered, and of all the Younique gals, she chose me because I spent the most time with her and didn't just throw her my email and say, oh, here, you need this, this, and this. I mean, I had that rapport with her, and so it set me aside, if you do that, I can guarantee she'll be a customer for life now. And, and then I respect her. She said, just please don't tag me in a thank you because I don't want to offend any of my other friends that sell Younique. But obviously I was the only one that took the time to actually get to know her needs. Mm-hmm. So.
And when there's 200,000 of you, you have to find a way to set yourself apart now. Okay. Yeah. And you can be phenomenal and feel really good about it and shoot up your sales by being literally nicer is what it is. It wasn't that you were trying not to be nice. I know that, but you just didn't know any different. And now you have some better skills. Okay. So let me tell you, and I think Dodie will attest to this. What I just taught you takes practice. And I think Mary, internally knows that. That's kind of what she's saying. She's like, okay, this is a really good idea, but how am I going to make sure I do this? Because you will. You'll start talking to somebody and you will sell vomit again and you'll go, oh man, Michelle would have just died if she heard me talking too much. Okay, Dodie, they all laugh because they're like, Michelle, you're in my head when I'm talking to people. Okay, so it's funny. It's totally okay. But when you work with me, like, so I have a program where you can work with me and I help you tweak it over and over. We tweak your recruiting. We tweak your sales. We tweak your team building. We tweak how you book parties. We tweak what you do at the parties, okay? There are questions for every single part of your business that will help you increase it and help you feel more authentic and spend less time on your business and make more money. Or you can spend the same amount of time and just make more money. That's fine too. But do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So I have these really fun classes. First of all, I have a whole bunch of videos that are recorded. You can go watch them as many times, as often as you like, because what you'll do is you'll go out and you'll practice what I told you, and then you'll come back and you'll watch the video and you go, oh, I did that part. I forgot about that part. All right, next time. So you do it again. And you go out and you practice it, and then you come back, watch the video, and go, oh, okay, here's one more thing. I forgot that part. And you have these videos. Then you get to talk to me every week. You actually have a couple opportunities. We have what's called a mastermind group based on the level that you're at. Meaning, like, are you a newbie? Like, what level? What color are you? Where are you at? Are you trying to train team members? Are you just trying to get your sales up? What are you trying to do? You get to come chat with me. You say, I watched this video, I did this, but this thing I still don't get. And I go, okay, this is what you're going to do. And you're going to watch this video, and you're going to try this many times. Go do this. And you go, okay. And you go and do it. And then we have another day of the week where I have office hours. And, you know, there's this many hours. You pop on Zoom. You see I'm on there. You go, Michelle, I tried this. It went so great. And we celebrate. And you go, Michelle, I need to get better at this. And then we talk about it, and we figure it out. Okay? And it's so much fun because we tweak and we tweak and we tweak until you are like really rocking it. And there's no fear, my friend Mary. Okay? No more fear. All right? It's so cool. All right. So there's a couple different things. If you're just brand new, like, what color is everybody? What color are you, Ashley?
Yellow.
Yellow. What color are you, Mary?
I'm also yellow.
Yellow, okay. And let's see. Andrea, are you pink?
No.
What?
I know.
We've been pinking it for a while. Okay, so are you yellow too? Okay. And then my gal's on the phone. I have Jamie and I have Angela, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
I'm pink.
You're pink?
Yes.
Okay. And, I have a new person. Who's 757 jumped on?
Becky.
Hi, Becky. Where are you from?
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. Welcome. It's getting late there.
Thanks. Yeah, a little bit. All
How
right.
are you? What level are you?
Good. How are you? I am green.
Ooh, you're rocking it. Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, and then who's my 509? I think they've ever talked to me. Did I lose my Umatilla gal? Who's Umatilla? Or was that Mary?
It's me, yeah.
Mary, sorry. Okay, I keep forgetting. All right, so let me tell you about a couple different options. So if you are just you're yellow and you're trying to get to pink, and so you're more focused on sales and recruiting. You got to get a couple people to promote, but you're doing mostly sales and learning how to ask questions and getting that mindset of setting goals, okay? If any of you have seen me talk, you know I love my little Post-it notes and our little miracle notes, okay? So there's a level that is really inexpensive. It's only $50 a month. And you get this whole video library on goal setting and a whole video library on sales, okay? Now, you only have the mastermind class because it's only $50 a month, but you work on that and you work on that and you watch those videos as much as you want. If you want to start focusing on recruiting and you want access to those office hours, it's $100 a month. Basically, that's one good party, okay? You have one good party, it's paid for, and we will book you more parties, promise, okay? I am all about increasing your sales. This is an investment. If someone came and said, if you give me $1, I'll give you 10, would you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what this is, my friends, okay? You give me 10, I try to give you 100. That's what my goal always is to return. Now, I can't put a gun to your head and make you actually talk to people, but I give you the skills on how to talk to people, all right? That's always my goal. And so there's the $50 level, there's a $100 level. Now, my friend over here that's green, how long have you been hanging with us, Becky? What time did you come on?
It was only like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, so you've been hearing us talk about questions and messaging and those kind of things. So we might need to have a chat, Becky, and you can watch the recording of this too. But then there's a level. I have this whole system for how to follow up with team members, because you're probably trying to get people green so you can go purple, right?
Yeah, so I can go orange.
Orange. Oh, did I forget there's orange in between purple? Okay, so you're trying to get those greens, and I have this way for you to follow up with your team members. And you know when you give advice and they don't take it, actually have a really good system that more of them take your advice. That'd be kind of fun, right? Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so that level, if you're new to what I do, you probably just want to do the $100 level and then move up to the $150 level with the team building stuff the next month. It's a great place to start with the $100 level, but we can talk more about that, okay, Becky? Because I have a lot of yellows. I'm going to focus on that level for a minute, okay? I have your phone number. Can I call you tomorrow or something when it's not so late your time?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, and Jody can tell you. Jody, have you watched some of those the team building ones?
Oh yeah, I can, and I sit there and I don't know why it amazes me still, but I'm not kidding you. I've been working with Michelle since I think January or February. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I literally had to stop what I was doing when I watched that video series. I told you, Michelle, because I was just like, oh my gosh, another, like it's amazing. It's like, just when I think that I've really gotten to know everything and have everything down, boom, I learned something new. And so this has definitely showed me how to get more elites. I mean, to work with those people, because I've been stuck at orange for, I don't know, it seems like years, but it's too long. And it's because I haven't been working with my team. So that class really has shown me how to go about that. So it's a good one. All of them are good, but
it's fun. It's really fun. If you're yellow, you don't need to think about that yet. Okay, it's coming. We do one thing at a time. Okay. So Becky, we'll chat more about that later. But I am telling you, we can drastically increase your sales. We can drastically increase your confidence. We can drastically increase the one thing you have to understand when you're at these levels, when you're not green and purple and those things yet, okay, is that half of what you haven't accomplished yet is simply your business isn't a habit. Okay, that's half of what it is. You get through a whole week and Sunday comes and you go, oh my gosh, I forgot to talk to anybody about Younique. I haven't posted on Facebook. I didn't follow up with anybody. Oh, crap. Okay. It's just a habit. It's not a work ethic. It's not how much you love your product. It's none of that. It's just a habit. And then when you have better skills, so you get more yeses, it's a heck of a lot more fun to create the habit. Agree, Jody? Okay. And so that's what we do for you. And so what I ask you tonight is just say, hey, you know what? Based on the goals you have for your business, do you want to have a quick chat with me? We'll talk about your goals. We'll talk about which of these levels is a good fit for you. We can see if you want to start now or later, and we just talk about it. Okay, there's a lot of other trainers. Maybe there's a better trainer that's for you. But please, you invest in makeup, invest in training. If you are trying to make money at this, if you know that your family needs $500, or you want to bring in $1,000, or maybe you're saying, I want to quit that job. I make $2,000, $3,000 a month. I got to replace that. We can make that happen, okay? I love to help you accomplish your goals. It is the biggest high. That's why I do what I do, okay? When Dodie sends me her miracles, you have no idea. Like, I mean, you know when you see your kid do something really cool and you're so proud of them? Okay, that's my whole life doing this, okay? I get to be so excited and so proud of you, okay? So if you'd like to have a quick chat with me, just say, hey, Michelle, give me a call. Okay, when you stop working with me, your sales tanked. Oh, Andrea, you got to come play with me again, okay? We'll have to chat and see if you can do the $50 level. We'll get you going again, girlfriend, okay? If you know you want to, you can go to my website now and sign up. You put in your credit card, you have access to tons of videos tonight, okay? So it's creativesuccesssystems.com. Are you tagging out, Dodie?
No, I just wanted to say real quick.
Yeah, please.
But I'm going to say this, and you guys, I mean, you have to take her class and like really feel this when you do these, tasks or assignments, or I don't know, whatever you want to call them, but I'm not kidding you. So I literally have been looking for a place to live. Okay. Or we're in the process of moving. So I've been stressed out about that. So I wrote down my weekly goals, and I put, I want at least one new team member. I will have at least one new team member. I will find a place to live. Okay. I will increase my sales this week. Gals, all three of those things happened. The recruit, the new sponsor that I got, some random girl that I grew up with who never ever has posted about anything, liking my stuff or anything, all of a sudden just boom. I look back there and it says, Michelle, it says Rachel has joined your Younique team. And then boom, I went today, and this is all from this week. And then I found a place. We found a place to live. And then I went today to drop off a mascara to a gal, and there were 3 other gals there that bought one. So these things that I like, Andrea, you said that your sales have gone down since you quit. I'm not kidding you. It's learning these things and making them a habit, and that's why working with Michelle has been such a blessing to me, because last month I took off just because I had the training and there was just so much other stuff going on. I don't regret it, but it's constant. I mean, when you're working with her, it's like, it happens. Crazy stuff happens, you guys. Crazy stuff. Yeah.
I try to make sure it's an investment.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And it's a write-off. And you know what? If you guys follow like Amber Voigt, or if you guys, whoever you guys, Sherry Brown, everybody, they all will say you have to invest in your business to take it to those next levels. And that's where I was at before I started working with Michelle. And that's what I needed. And I really didn't think I could afford it. And you know what? I couldn't have afforded not to do it. I mean, really, truly.
Yeah. It's really kind of fun. Yeah. So if you want to go now, okay, this is what the website looks like. This is creativesuccesssystems.com. Hopefully you can see that up there. And then there's Create Success Series. You click on that. And then you can go down here to the bottom. Like I said, you can be watching videos tonight if you want. And then you just hit these little subscribe buttons. Okay? So if you want to do the $100 one, because you know it's like, no, I'm recruiting and selling at the same time. I'm going to do both. Then you hit that. You hit subscribe, and you just put your credit card number in. And within about 20, it's less than that, I think, maybe about 10 minutes, you get an email with a password, and you can get on and start watching videos. Okay? It's like that simple. But if you're wondering, it's like, I don't know, Michelle, I really need to figure out if this is the thing for me, that's totally okay. We will chat. Okay? So who would like to have a quick chat with me?
I want to sign up. I wanted to sign up after Portland too, but I'm actually going home to Sweden for about 2 weeks right now. So I'm going to wait until I come back, and I'm going to come back in the middle of August. So
you are from Sweden?
Yes.
You can got svensk?
Yes, jag pratar svenska.
Ja, jag kan got dansk. Jag kan svensk.
Hang out with those guys, and then because I just hit my fast start with Younique, and so I'm kind of feeling happy on that high right now, but I want to really go further, so I definitely want to do something when I come back.
Awesome. Okay, send me a message when you get back, and I'm hoping to go to Denmark in May. So I lived in Denmark for 1.5 years.
That's cool.
Min danska är så gott, men jag provar.
I still understood what you said, so.
Yeah, we have a little different. It's not so sing-songy.
Oh,
All right, Ashley, we gonna bond?
I would love to. Are you available after July 15th? That's when I get paid, so that's the only thing